Psst, hey, you want to learn about wetsuits? Come on, I'll show you.
What's up guys, welcome back to the ET Surf YouTube channel. My name's Kyle Brown and today we're talking all about wetsuits. So with wetsuits there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of different price ranges, styles, thicknesses, and it can get all a little bit complicated. So today I'm going to break it down for you and let you know what you need to know to pick the right suit. Behind me I have two different suits that we carry. One suit, this Quicksilver, goes for about 180 bucks. While on the other hand, this Isurus suit goes for about $550. And the reason for those differences in price is all the technology that goes into the suit, the material it's made out of, the construction, and a few other things that we'll go over in this video. So first big difference you'll notice when you're choosing out a suit is the difference in the entry styles. So there's either back zip entry, such as this Quicksilver here, that has just a Velcro closure around the neck and a long zipper in the back. So these suits are usually easier to get in and out of for our customers. The suit stretches open a lot easier in order to climb in and out of the suit. So for most intro surfers, this is usually the easiest suit to start with. The other style of entry that's most common is called the chest zip. That looks like this. This one, basically the zipper is in the front on your chest. This flap will go over your head, and then from here, these shoulders just stretch open and you climb in through the top. So there's a lot more pulling and adjusting when getting this suit on, but it's really not too bad, and it does give you a little bit of extra flexibility. And nowadays, you'll see a lot more suits in this style where they're actually completely zipperless. This suit, the entry is pretty much the same as the chest zip, where instead of the zipper, you just have this pull cord that you use to tighten down. This part will just fold over your head, and from here it's pretty much the same entry. You just stretch it open, climb inside, and then pull it up, and then pull this over and you tighten it down with that string. You just want to keep in mind when you're picking out your entryway style is if you want it to be really easy to get in and out of. For people who have tight shoulders, the back zip might be a better option, but if you want total flexibility in your shoulders and your back, the chest zip will usually offer that for you. Next thing to think about when buying your suit is the construction and the materials being used for the suit, because that's going to make a big difference on how it feels once you are wearing it. On the more basic side, most of our basic suits will feature glued and stitched seams such as these. These seams are very flexible and they're somewhat durable, but over time they do tend to leak if they're not reinforced. The step up from your basic glued and stitched seam is going to be the same closure, but then with some taping on the inside. This layer of tape still is very flexible, but it just allows the seam to be more sealed and remain watertight over a longer period of time. And the last thing that you'll see on seams that's added on will be an outside seal that comes in the form of this neoprene welding on the seams. And supposedly these are supposed to be the most watertight and the most sealed over time as you use it. On a side note, personally, my favorite type of seam is glued, blind stitched, and taped just on the inside, because I think that's the most flexible type of construction, and that usually works the best for me. Next, when we're talking about materials that they're made out of, your basic neoprene like this is pretty light and stretchy. Even the cheaper stuff today is a lot nicer than what it used to be. So even for a $180 suit such as this one, you're still getting really nice neoprene on there. What you'll see in the nicer neoprenes is that they're much lighter in the water, they absorb less water, and they also are way stretchier. So when you're putting it on and off, and also while you're surfing, this will give you the most free feeling when you have a really light, stretchy neoprene in your suit. And as you start to get into the higher end wintertime suits, such as this Rip Curl Flash Bomb or XL Dry Lock, you'll notice that they're lined with this fuzzy liner that allows you to stay warmer inside of the suit. So you'll see this in most of the higher end suits that are around $400 to $500. They are the warmest suits that we offer. So this type of construction is really good for wintertime surfing, especially in cold water. That brings me to my next point, which is thickness of your suit. So the suits that we carry, the full suits that we have, range anywhere from 3.2 to 4.3 to even sometimes 5.4 on the thicker side. And basically what that means is when we refer to 3.2, that means it's 3 millimeters thick through the body and the legs, and it's 2 millimeters thick in the shoulders and arms, so that we have a little more flexibility for paddling. Same with a 4.3, it would be 4mm, and then 3 in the arms. For us locally in the South Bay, normally a 3.2 works fine for a year-round suit. You can get away in the wintertime, the colder months, if you wear a pair of booties with your suit. But for the most part, all the guys who work here, we like to have a 3.2 in the summer and then wear a 4.3 in the wintertime to stay warm. And speaking of summertime suits, normally in the summer, on the warmer months, we'll wear something like these, where you either have a short arm full legs like this, or the short legs with the long arms. In the warmer waters around California, we'll usually use these in the summertime. If you're in really warm waters like Hawaii, you might even wear a wetsuit top, or if you're lucky, just board shorts. Usually, you'll see these in around 2mm thick. The neoprene doesn't have to be as thick as your full suit because the water's a little bit warmer. So they're nice and light and very flexible. So now that we talked about all the different types of wetsuits, you're gonna wanna look at the size chart and make sure you get the right size, because even if you buy a really nice suit, if it doesn't fit you right, it's not gonna work well. So we take a look at this chart. We have sizes all the way from extra small to triple XL, and they're all based on height and weight. So we have to refer to this chart to make sure to get you the right fit. So when you come in here, we'll make sure to help you out and get you the right suit. Okay, so there's going to be a few things you want to look out for when trying on your wetsuit when you're looking at the fit of the suit. Ideally, you're going to want a suit that fits pretty much like a second skin, where there's no extra wrinkles or bagginess to it. If your suit's too big, it might look something like this. Come on out, Carlos. So as you can see, Carlos here has a suit that's a little too big for him. So there's a lot of extra bagginess, especially in the midsection, around the armpits, and a lot of extra length on the legs. You can see it bunching up a lot there. And what's gonna happen is, when your suit's too big like this, you're gonna get water flushing through, and you're not gonna be very warm. All right, so now that you've seen a suit that looks too big, we're gonna see what a suit looks like when it's a little too small for you. Carlos? There you go. So as you can see, this suit is a little bit small on Carlos here. The arms are a little bit short for his length. The legs are rising up a little bit too high, and overall the thing looks really tight on him. He looks a little bit sweaty to me. And you can usually tell when a suit's too tight if the shoulders are getting stretched out and they're shiny. That's a good sign that you might have to go up in a size. Okay, so now you've seen suits that are both too big and too small. So we're gonna show you what your suit should look like if it fits you perfectly. Come on out, Carlos. Wow, looking good, man. That suit looks like it's really comfortable. How does it feel?
Feels fantastic.
Nice.
Absolutely.
As you can see, the length is perfect on his arms and legs, no extra bagginess, and looks like he's ready to get out there and get some waves. You work it, Carlos. Get a little something. Oh shit. Yeah. Alright guys, well, that was everything you needed to know about wetsuits. I hope you learned something today. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell, and let us know a comment what you want to see next week. Until then, thanks for watching.